Hello, we're just waiting for a few more folks to join us. Thank you for all of you that are on time. All right, well, welcome. Thank you for everyone who joined us on our SKU IQ webinar today, Sync and Sell this holiday season. My name is Lindsay Thomas. I run the marketing team and I have Brendan Taylor here joined with me. I hope you're all having a good start to the holiday season. We appreciate it's probably a busy time of year and we really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. Also, everyone that we've asked to participate today is a trial member of SKU IQ, and we just appreciate that you have tried the SKU IQ product. We hope it's working well for you and you'll learn a little bit more about it today. We definitely want to make sure you get the most success out of your trial. So my colleague Brendan will go through the core product, some of the features, maybe some features that you're not aware of yet. But first, I thought it'd be beneficial. Not everyone has spoken to SKU IQ yet or gotten on the phone for consultation. And I thought it'd be nice to give a little background on SKU IQ and really what we're seeing in the industry and how we're really trying to support small businesses today. So with that, let's get started. So first, starting with your customers. Customers are adopting new technologies, new services, and building new experiences at an all-time high. They are expecting a lot of services faster than ever before, and their adoption rates are faster than ever before. And now we're at a time where buy online, pick up in store, reserve online, pick up in store, see what's in stock in store by going through inventory online. And this idea of having all these different services is really putting pressure on small businesses to expose their inventory and get their inventory online. And that's just a new challenge that has come and drove really quickly, especially given the last couple of years being this pandemic. And a lot of these adoptions that normally take a couple of years, a little time, and allow you to get organized have really accelerated over the last year. And with that, it's, I give empathy, and we have so much respect for a lot of these small businesses that that are already wearing a lot of hats and have tried to deliver some of these services. But what that means is you are now having to have your traditional point of sale in store, and you're also having to try to figure out, okay, how do I take advantage of the e-commerce platforms that are now available to me? And oh, by the way, now I have my inventory through an e-commerce platform. I have my inventory in my brick and mortar online or offline, but the two systems are disparate. They're not talking to each other. And it's become extremely challenging, especially for small businesses, when you have brick and mortar infrastructure and point of sales built very specifically and done well for brick and mortar. And you have a lot of innovation and excitement happening in e-commerce, where different partners like Shopify are coming to the table and building beautiful experiences online, but the two systems don't talk. And that is really where SKU IQ is trying to help you today, is how do we connect these systems? How do we get these systems talking to make your lives easier, to ultimately help you save time and be able to start delivering on a lot of the expectations of your consumers without having to have the head of IT, without having to be super tech savvy, without having to spend a ton of money, but being able to just still give that good customer service that I'm sure you've done for so long. So really what SKU IQ is about is connecting retail and helping you be everywhere your customers are. With that, it really starts with inventory. It starts with having as much transparency around that inventory. And I think that's the best place for my colleague Brendan to start, is by talking about some of the basic features within your SKU IQ dashboard.
Thank you, Lindsay. Here at SKU IQ, we really are aiming to be an empowerment solution for your inventory. And our first and most prominent goal is to get your inventory linked between your e-commerce and your POS. As you can see in our dashboard, we have the Shopify connected in the circumstance and the Clover connected. And this is basically just letting our customers know that their syncing is set up. We could also see some light analytics right here. As you can see, you have your 55 online orders and 14, just basically giving you a daily glance of what your stores are doing, as well as total sales and total transactions. But the primary thing we want to focus on is the total product syncing. And this is going back to basically what part of my catalog between my e-commerce and POS is syncing together. In this circumstance, they have a 66% that are syncing, which is pretty common because not everything that you sell online will sell in store or vice versa. If you do find yourself having a couple of stray products that are not necessarily linked with something online, but you do know that you sell those on both platforms, you want to go to your products tab and you can just differentiate between the logos. So in this circumstance, these two items are not only linked, but they sell online and in store. And what this means is when something is sold online, we're going to deduct the inventory from the adjacent instance and vice versa. With our products syncing, we also allow our users to have some advanced analytics. So we can show you some top products from your POS, some top e-commerce products, basically knowing what your inventory works the hardest for you. And this can go a long ways in helping you basically, throw out sales if you have some promotions coming up, or just seeing what to reorder and how much to reorder in the future. But also we offer an inside look into your customer base between both platforms. You won't get any details because this is a demo account. However, you can see that in this process, this person would have bought 2 orders, both online. With SKU IQ, you could see your customer transition from your POS and e-com and basically manage their in-store and online sales. So moving forward, you can reward their loyalty. And then of course, you've got to see your big spenders. So the top online customers and how much they're spending. All right. And do we have any questions?
So there is a chat on this side, and feel free to go ahead and type in some of those chats. The webinar does not allow, given there's quite a few of you participating, for voice questions or audio, but we'd love to take some from the chat, which Brendan, I'll let you know. It looks like one of the questions is some of the differences with advanced settings versus basic settings.
Perfect. So the most basic function of SKU IQ that you will get across all plans is the stock quantity updates. And that's basically says, hey, my items are linked. I want to know or not know. I want my system to automatically update my POS or e-commerce when something is bought on one platform. And that's what you're going to get across all plans. Now, with the Plus plan or higher, we have advanced settings. So we can make it where one of your platforms is the source of truth for all product information. So moving forward, let's say your Square is your source of truth and you update the price for an item in Square. We will automatically update the price for that item in your e-commerce. And then also under advanced settings, we have order or invoice pushing. With this, we could send invoices from your e-commerce platform into your POS. So if you don't necessarily want to use SKU IQ's reconciliation or analytics, you could always use your POSs, and that will also take in online orders.
Great. We do have one more question about how many locations can I have on a Plus plan?
So the Plus plan is the plan.
Physical locations.
Yes. So there is some confusion there. We don't necessarily consider the e-commerce an actual location. When we do locations on our pricing, it is for physical locations. Our Plus plan is really the plan that we basically give you the most functionality besides the amount of locations. So you would get access to advanced settings as well as invoice pushing. But on the Plus plan, you get access to 2 physical locations.
Great, thank you. All right, any other questions? I'll give it a second. I will say that if you have not booked a demo or a private consultation with us, we're definitely available for that. We want to make sure that you have your trial continue through the holidays. We don't want your inventory to stop sinking. So, any questions or how we can best help you take advantage of our product over the next couple months and beyond, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll show you a few areas you can reach out. I did have one other question come in here, however, which is, are you working with Wix? We are thinking about changing our e-commerce platform over to Wix. How easy is it to change to a new platform?
So we have recently just unveiled our Wix integration. I want to say recently, it's been like about 3 months now, but we are connected to Wix, the ecom platform. So if you do have a POS, we can connect that to Wix. As far as transitioning to Wix, how this usually works is you would connect your POS and your newly created Wix site to SKU IQ, and we just transfer your inventory from the POS to the Wix. And in the process of transferring it, we also link those items. So moving forward, if you do sell something on one platform, we'll deduct the inventory for both.
And is that a matter of days, Brendan, that that can be done once they have their Wix set up?
It usually depends on the amount of inventory we're transitioning. If it's less than 1,000, I can say that taking longer than a day.
Okay.
And that's being very generous.
Okay, great. Any other questions? I think we'll move on. I'm not seeing any others. All right. One of the other things that we did promote, you'll see in the next slide here, is by participating today, we thank you. And we do have 2 guides that we built for the holidays, but they really are helping for even yearly or annual planning, just tips and tricks to help you with inventory management and even broader across your retail small businesses. So we will make sure that we're happy to send this webinar link out so you have the recording in addition to these 2 free guides. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll see on this next slide that there's different ways that you can reach out to us. Sorry, we can go to the next one, please. There's different ways you can reach out to us. Obviously, there's the support line or ways to book demos just directly on our website. But because you all are trial users and you have your SKU IQ dashboards, there is a chatbot, and we have a fabulous customer service team that is there for you should any questions arise. We appreciate there's a lot of pressure through the holiday time and want you to know that we are a partner and a supporter, and we really wish you best through this holiday season. And thank you for trying out SKU IQ, and we hope to have you as a long customer. With that, we'll talk to you later. Hopefully we'll see you at the next webinar. Thank
See
you.
you on the next demo.
Bye.